So Myrtle Beach, as it was being developed, like the idea behind Myrtle Beach was it was a vacation place. It was a place for people to have an affordable, fun vacation for all up and down the East Coast. And it became something that was more high density, high volume of buildings and units. In Pawleys Island, you had kind of a different vision for what they wanted it to be. The companies that developed a lot of the Pawleys Island communities wanted to keep a resort feel, but they didn't want it to be too touristy. So they wanted lower density, more natural landscapes, more exclusive neighborhoods, more secluded sections that felt like residential, but still gave you the benefit of being in a resort style community that was close to things, that was walkable, that had amenities, but still gave you that high quality residential feel that you weren't getting on the northern end of the beach. In all the sections of Litchfield by the Sea, you have very natural landscapes throughout. You've got marsh views, ocean views, nice mature landscaping. You know, when you are in this area, you truly feel like you're at a beachfront community, in a resort style community that didn't shy away from trying to keep all that stuff because they weren't necessarily as worried about density as they were quality. They wanted it to have a special look and feel. When you drive through Litchfield by the Sea, I think as soon as you get past the gates and either direction you go, you look and there's this massive lake in the middle. And that was kept there on purpose, and it became something that is used by the community. You see people fishing there all the time. And then as you drive further into Litchfield by the Sea, you look around at all the natural landscaping that was kept in place, whether that's trees or natural hedges. There's just things all throughout that they saw as value to add, you know, look and feel to the neighborhood. You maintain a residential, high quality feel, and you get that all while you have everything from condotels to luxury oceanfront beach houses. You have very quaint beach houses, smaller footprint that have very unique architecture to them to give them that cool beachy look and feel. But you have all of that all while maintaining a high quality residential feel in a resort neighborhood. So you don't lack any amenities in that. But you know, it goes everywhere from rentable condotel type units all the way up to multi-million-dollar beach houses on the oceanfront with very unique architecture. It doesn't ever feel very touristy. It doesn't feel heavily trafficked because you have a lot of people here that are living here year-round that have made this their home. Breakers Reef was laid out around the landscape. It was planned to keep all of that stuff again in place. The layout of the buildings is a crescent shape to basically give every unit a view of the natural landscapes that once again they kept in place. So every unit here has a view of the lakes that they have, the pools and the amenities, and then of course the ocean front. You pull up into the community and you look at the buildings, you have no clue what's back there. You can't see it. When you go to the backs of these units, it just hits you, and it just completely engulfs you in natural landscape and something that you did not expect when you pulled up. It's an unbelievably special view and just an unreal atmosphere. It almost gives you chills when you walk out and you see it because you just don't expect it. When you look out at the ocean out here, it makes you feel like you're at peace, you're at home. It's something that you listen to the fountains. It's everything from sound to visuals it's absolutely special. This unit that we're selling is only the 10th unit that has been offered in our MLS system since the 80s. They don't come on the market often because people love them and they want to keep them for a long time. They're extremely unique for a lot of different reasons, but it's just not something that you see commonly listed. The special part about Breakers Reef is that you get the footprint of a single family home. You have enough space to house your family for a weekend. You have the flexibility to rent if you want to, but you don't sacrifice quality. You still get privacy in all the rooms. You still get the views in a more manageable footprint because you've got maintenance from the HOA on common areas, on the building itself. And so it's a lower maintenance lifestyle while you're not sacrificing quality or space. You've got a 3-level living, and I would really describe it as a villa. And you've got views on each level, and you've got private living space on each level too. The master is a very private top floor master suite. On the bottom floor, you get a room on its own. You get views of the ocean still, and it's kind of tucked away on its own. And then the mid floor is living room, kitchen, and of course another bedroom. But everybody kind of has their own space to go, so you can still comfortably sleep an entire family here. And everybody's got their own privacy, and you don't sacrifice views. Every single level has a view here.
Let's talk a little bit about the owners who are selling this property. Tell me a little bit about their story.
So when the family came to Pawleys Island, they came here looking for the perfect beach house. They came out here, they stood on the sand dunes, and they looked back and they saw the spot, and they had the renderings of what this was supposed to be. And they knew right then, when they looked back, this was exactly where they wanted to be. And when they got here, you know, a lot of people buy these as beach house investment properties to rent and bring in rental income, and that was never the approach for them. They came here every summer, spent a good amount of time here. It was always a gathering place for them. It was a place they made memories. They ate big meals, they laughed, they cried together. It was always a place of happiness and laughter for them, and it was never just a beach house. It was always their family's property. The advantage to living in a place like Breakers Reef is, truthfully, you're getting something that will never be recreated, and it can't be replicated either. It's so unique, it's so special. You are buying, in other words, a small slice of heaven. And it just doesn't compare to a lot of even beachfront homes because you've got such a unique design with how it's laid out. Not only do you get an ocean view, but you get views of the lake, the amenities, and the dunes. And so you're getting a property that's got multiple unique views. You're getting something that gives you the flexibility of being in a luxury oceanfront home with easier maintenance. You're also getting flexibility for your family to be able to be private and to be able to rent a unit all in one property. And that's hard to find. Representing this property is super special for us. You know, not only is it an opportunity to represent a really special family that means a lot to me, but it means a lot to my company too, to be able to bring a property like this with this caliber of mystique and this caliber of rarity to it. It's a special opportunity, and it means a lot to me and my team. My name is Hampton Roberts. I'm with Coldwell Banker Seacoast Advantage and Coldwell Banker Global Luxury in Pawleys Island. And I'm excited to announce that Unit 12C at Breakers Reef is now for sale.